Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Carson Wentz's Eagles going up against Cutler's Dolphins.
Thank you, Larry. It is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, what a move. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff as they run left side. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? From the shotgun, Cutler. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3.
Hurry up, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that because if they control things up front, often it's...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now Cutler on third and long. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here's Cutler to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run again with Blunt. Room here to run. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz buying time to his left. And that's caught by Smith. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the toss, this is Blunt. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Andre Branch in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Here's Smallwood on 3rd and goal. Oh, up and over. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. 1st quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go now.
Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Cutler will throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback right in the face of him puts him down.
On 3rd down, Cutler. Got a man, it's Landry for the Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And throw right side complete to Parker. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Cutler on first down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Parkey's kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Andre Branch in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Wentz on third down. Flush to his right. The open man is Smith. Torrey Smith, watch him go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, 75 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now they try the right side here. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, he appears well on his way to another big game. You remember 2016, partner. He became just the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 200-yard rushing games in a season.
2 of them were back-to-back. Steelers in Week 6, Bills in Week 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But, listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Cutler. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Cutler. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. And that is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, let's go league-wide for a second, Charles. Kansas City losing to Pittsburgh, so no more undefeated teams remaining in the NFL. The 72 Dolphins can celebrate once again.
I wonder if they got caught off guard a little bit, that it happened this early. Because some years, they almost go to the wire, don't they? In this case, heck, we're not even at the halfway mark, and the celebration has already begun for that team.
I guess the closest was the Patriots when they lost to the Giants, but yeah, this year, no such intrigue. Again, here's Blunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
2nd down following the run. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Wentz going to throw. Dancing to his left. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st down, Wentz being chased out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now a handoff as they run left side. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On second down, Cutler. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles on. Now gets set to head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Wentz to throw. Going underneath to Blunt. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now Wentz. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. See if they stay on the ground for second down. First throw of overtime for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Blunt. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Blunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Blunt. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guy, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On first down, it's Cutler. And Stills over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him.